she's the best thing that ever happened to me. I mean that.
Huh.
And boy, she is. Yeah.
What else is?
I never forget when we went to America. My director said, "Can't you wait a couple of years?" I said, "No, there isn't a chance now." And they made some. I was all over the company all the time, and they had 3 nights to say goodnight to us. Goodbye to us. And I never forget. He said, "This guy is the youngest manager we ever had. He was the most difficult, because if he said it was not, then it wasn't. And I could say what I want to. I didn't change his mind. But as he was the youngest we had, I trusted him the most. And boy, that was something to hear." What is the matter?
My hearing aid absolutely does not work. I cannot hear you talk.
Oh.
You can come sit over on the couch.
Yeah, we won't bite.
There's room. I guess what was it that made you decide to? What was the moment that you decided that America had the best opportunity for you?
The strange thing is, with Dutch boys, after the age of 6, they start to think what they want. They want to go to sea or out of Holland.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to go to sea, and I started to learn engines.
Mm-hmm.
Because I wanted to be a ship's engineer. 2 weeks before I did my final exam, they changed the law. You couldn't wear glasses. The best law they ever made, because 3 of the guys that I went to school with drowned during the war, and I came through it. But when they made that law, boy, I was down on it. Because my dad has been in the Navy. I had 2 uncles sailing, and I lived in a fish. Yeah, I've been there.
Huh.
So all these friends of mine from school sneaked on board during the vacation. I never did that because I didn't have a chance. But the father or the brother was on these ships. Yeah, and then I don't know if you know that, in 1953, we had the disaster in Holland.
Was that when the big flood in the southern part? Yeah.
And Holland had a certain number of people that they could let go to America every year. And that year, because of the disaster, they made it 6,000 more. And she wanted out because she was afraid. Because in that time, Hungary started to mess around with the Soviets.
Yeah.
And she was so afraid that instead of Germany, we would get somebody else who would try to. And then the chance was
to get out.
She said, "Let's do it." She was the first one to.
I mean, what year did the Germans come through?
40.
So, and how long did they stay or overstay?
55.
And I mean, what do you remember from those years? It was
not so good. That was hard and dangerous, because especially at my age, 16, to 60, they could pick you up and send you to Germany. And I had one cousin, Bart Dahmer. You ever heard from Tante G?
I think so, yeah.
Her son, he was picked up too. And I have been lucky.
Yeah.
I mean it, because one time they picked me up and they brought me in a hall, in a room with all kind of guys. And then we have to pee in a pot that see if we were okay. And I never forget that. One guy says, I can pee. Another guy said, okay. Part of mine. So they mixed it all up. Oh boy, that was... I always wonder what these guys, when they got it to check, what they were thinking about it. But everybody was
So do you know anybody else that was taken by, picked up and just taken off? Lots of people on your street, or?
The guy that whose job I took.
Yeah?
He was sent even to concentration camp.
This was the manager job, or the...
He was at that time the manager, and I got his job. I wasn't manager right away.
Huh.
But yeah. And do you know the worst thing that I have seen there?
What?
There was a prison very close to where we lived.
Mm-hmm.
And one time I passed there, door goes open, and I see about 30, 40 guys on a chain. And that was a horrible sight. Because the Dutch are these strange, they are. And hate tight bands.
Mm-hmm.
And if you saw that, all these guys, the arm on a chain, oh, that was so scary. I was gone in a hurry.
Where was that in terms of the Hagen Schreven? Where was this prison?
It was in The Hague.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. On the outside, close to the dunes.
Okay.
Also, when that was not a chance that I would be sent to Germany, but I was in charge of the meat, and we had coupons.
Mm-hmm.
Because the meat was
rationed?
Yeah. Anyway, I could cheat pretty good because we gave two how do you call underground people.
Oh my goodness.
And at that time, all of a sudden we got people checking how we were doing. I was short like hell. And I had to go to court. And the director said, don't worry about it. Whatever it is, we'll take care of it. I went there, and it was kind of unpleasant, of course. I was scared of that.
And what year was that in?
Huh?
What year did this happen in?
That was 44, 45.
Okay.
Almost on the end of the one. Anyway, the judge said, are you guilty or not guilty? I said, well, I made a mistake somewhere. I said, because we always have our points exactly right.